Okay, coming to you live from DJ Nasty Studio. We are live. Welcome to Systems in Place.
Hey, welcome, guys.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen.
Es nuestro aniversario.
1 month anniversary.
1 month anniversary. Yeah. Give that a big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
We stuck it.
Thank you guys for sticking around for a whole ass month. We've been here every single Wednesday. Thank you guys for tuning in.
Yes, it's been fun. I feel like today we have our systems in place. We've been trying for a whole month, criticizing each other, and we've had awesome people that listen to our podcast and get back to us and give us great feedback. But I feel like today was like legit perfect. Like we got it down. So every Wednesday, I feel like now that we know what we're doing and we have our systems in place, we're just going to continue killing it.
Yeah, that's definitely starting to be like our little church, when we come to every Wednesday, right? Oh, Jesus, I'm still stuck in the weekend, Mondays. But anyways, like I said, yeah, it's definitely been awesome, learning a lot from you two, just trying to soak in as much as I can. You guys are definitely such a great duo, I think, and that's kind of just what attracted me so much to you guys. And super awesome. Thank you guys for being a part of this. Many more to come. Most definitely, we'll keep celebrating every single time we come in. But this is awesome, man. Thank you guys. Thank you guys.
Yes, and we would love for you guys to share what you are doing. I mean, a month doesn't seem like a whole lot, and for us it is, because it's been challenging. Come on, let's admit it. It's not an easy thing to commit to something and break out of your shell.
Yeah, unfortunately, yeah, it sucks, man. To have those systems in place, to strive every day to change just a little bit, even though just like if it's just just waking up a little bit earlier or just changing this little bad habit that you're doing it, but it's just taking that one little extra step. And I think we've all completed that. Like we've kind of made that our goal by just coming here every Wednesday and being able to just just talk to each other and make this work. I think that's it shows really a lot of commitment between all three of us, and definitely is going to show. I mean, it's going to show in our shows that we produce for everybody else that is going to be watching us and listening to us.
I definitely cut my Mexico trip short last week because I had to be here.
Wow.
How many people do you know that would do that?
That's commitment. I was like, oh yeah, I think I'm going to stay a little bit longer. And then I was like, oh, systems in place tomorrow. I can't miss it. I have to be there. Sorry.
That's really great. That's awesome.
Love that.
Yeah, that's commitment right there for you guys. So definitely we're committed. So I mean, and it looks like we have a little fan base that's kind of committed to us too, and we're loving it. We're feeling the love.
Thanks for the support.
Yeah,
seriously, thank you.
Coming in, it's pretty cool and uplifting, just to hear you guys really like your thoughts, because obviously, shows and podcasts, they don't just go by themselves. A lot of the times it's the critics and people that just love you and are around you that really give you that criticism that you want to take in. Sometimes either it's good or bad, you want to be able to take it in and soak it all up, and learn a little bit from it.
And I actually love the bad. There was a couple of people that like just commented, and it wasn't even bad. It was just like getting us better. And it reminds me of that saying that I always say, it's better to get better than bitter. And like hearing people tell us certain things, we're like, it just pumped us up. So thank you guys. Keep them coming.
Yeah, we definitely appreciate the constructive criticism.
That's super awesome. Super awesome.
I feel like our vibe is too like giddy to talk about Dia de los Muertos still.
I know, right?
But we should get into it because it is something. Ooh.
Damn.
That's a first.
We got 1 point for Nasty. 2 more, you gotta go, homeboy.
Yeah, we're taking off.
So like going back to like the Dia de los Muertos, I think it's perfect because, or at least I'm going to speak for myself. I haven't really gone to many funerals. I can actually count them, and it's 2.
I've been to too many.
You've been to too many. Ooh, okay. See, and I've only gone to 2, and I have not gone through a loss like family-wise or somebody close to me, so I can't really like relate to that. But one thing that I can say is recently when what is his name? The Black Panther, he just recently passed away, right? So the Black Panther, when he passed away, I used the wrong word with my child. I said, oh, he died, but I didn't think anything of it. And he just like burst crying. And like within that second, I was like, ooh. And I stepped in and I said, okay, papi, he passed. I'm sorry, I didn't explain it right. Like, yes, he died, and I shouldn't have said that, but it's actually he passed on. He's no longer here on planet Earth. And we watch Dragon Ball Z, so he knows about different planets. I'm like, he's no longer here on planet Earth, but we can still celebrate him, you know? And I think that one good way was like I love that movie Coco, because it really is kind of like about that, and it takes me back to my childhood in Mexico. I have just small little flash like backs of like, I think it's crazy how you have this plant, and I don't really know much about like Dia de los Muertos, but I do have some memories, and I try not to get so into it because it's like you said, our vibe is too, you know, it's something that it's been seen and provided to us as bad or negative. We have to be sad. And I feel like we should praise those people, and we should learn how to like not let go. And maybe I'm not using the right word, but how to feel, but also allow to let go and continue on Earth, and allow those people to, you know, leave planet Earth to better things.
Okay, so I'm going to just share a little passage that I found on Instagram today, and it's by Leslie Astrology on Instagram. It's titled Day of the Dead, Dia de los Muertos. So the main aspect and the celebration of Day of the Dead is the belief that death is not the end of life. The celebration can be traced back to the practices of the ancient Mesoamerican civilization. November 1st traditionally is the day to welcome and remember souls of children who have died, angelitos. On the 2nd of November is the day to celebrate the adults who have died. Families build memorials, altars, offerings for their loved ones who passed on, such as photographs, beautiful flowers, Day of the Day bread, drinks such as alcohol. Families also visit cemeteries where they clean the tombs of their loved ones, play music, and often have picnic meals besides the graves. Let's see. Great way to heal grief of a missing loved one by sharing stories and having celebration. The bright colors and playful depiction of death and a reminder that death is not the end. The ornate skulls and mischievous skeleton art, the celebration is a reminder that God has promised that our grief will be turned to joy and death isn't the end.
I love that.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, it definitely brings up like the happiness part about it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like you said, we don't want to, death kind of brings a lot of sentiments, and sometimes it's really sad. But, I think our culture, like where we come from Mexico, this beautiful culture of us that celebrates what is to be, the life that they had, and just letting us know that that's not the end of it. Like there's a celebration, and that's kind of what, kind of like the goal that I think all three of us have, is to be remembered, right? Like to like build something in our life, that whether it's our business or, our podcast or our music or the people that we touch, we want to leave that little bit of something of us with them, so they can remember us, and they can, they can commemorate us. And that's kind of like the best thing that you can leave for somebody, whether, it's a house or money or, I think that's probably like the best thing that I can remember from somebody that I loved a lot and, like passed away. I think like the best thing that I can remember is like all the things that they taught me, the little sayings, those times that we commemorated together. And, that's kind of what I cherish the most. So when I think about people that have passed away too, I try to think about and wish that they're in a better place, and, and know that one day we may cross paths again,
I like that a lot. I do. I really do. I for me, I'm glad that I haven't gone through it, but I have mentally prepared myself for that. And that's why I feel like I like how the way my son took it, because then again, it was like another reminder on how important it is to just inform ourselves and our children that, because that's part of life, it's going to happen. There's no exception, but we have to be just prepared for that, like mentally, I guess, and also get our kids ready for something like that. Obviously, you're not going to talk about like, oh, when I die, but it's just like examples, like, pass on. And that's why I love that movie, Coco. Seriously.
Yeah. I've definitely been to a lot of funerals in my lifetime, and they've ranged from babies to people my age to elders, to unexpected deaths, tragic deaths, just so many, every bad way I can think of. So I have a weird relationship with death, especially because I feel like I've connected with people who have passed, like after they've passed, and I've had dreams. I have had messages sent to me, and I still don't know how I feel about it.
That's crazy because like you make that connection with people, and I think that's why you feel so close to them. Like, I mean, I've never experienced that in my life. Like, I don't know how scared I would be if I like, if I like dreamt of somebody or somebody gave me a message, like, I don't know how much of a coward I'd be for that. But like, I could definitely sense like that you do like connect with people on a different level. Like, it's like just a more pure and like good, wholesome way, and I think that's why maybe it's not like they look for you, but it's just like, I think you're just more connected to them in that type of aspect.
Yeah.
Definitely connection. I feel like it's the connection. I feel the same way as you, Jorge. I don't know how I would feel, but I do know that if it's gonna be any of us, it would be you who they would connect, because you are, that soul. Like, but that's crazy, and that's why you're so strong. Like that. It takes a certain someone to be okay with that. Because I think the only reason I don't even like to relate to the topic is because I don't like to deal with that. I don't think I would. It's hard. It's a hard thing to do. So
yeah, and I think everyone grieves differently.
Absolutely.
So there's no proper way
Nope.
to grieve. So I don't know. There's been times where I can't even go to the funeral.
Wow, that's crazy.
And it's fucked up because, but I rather just remember them how I remembered them.
I think it's hard. I mean, I don't know if you could go to every single funeral. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I mean, it just depends on everybody's life, and
Yeah,
like,
it was my aunt's funeral. I couldn't go to her funeral. I was there when she passed, and I couldn't go to her funeral. But I had a dream about her. She came to me in my dreams, and she was in heaven, and she looked so beautiful. Like, she had not one single wrinkle in her face. She looked happy, and she was just there to remind me that when my grandma passed, she would be there waiting for her.
That's awesome. It's like a reassurance, right? That's cool.
Yeah, but I don't know. I don't even know how I would be able to like handle that, but it is beautiful to know that.
Yay, Dia de los Muertos.
Yeah.
Yes,
So
a celebrar.
So just so everybody we're clear, it's not Mexican Halloween. So anybody
Dia
out
de
there
los
spreading that
Muertos.
rumor, it's not Mexican Halloween. And even though they do some really cool face painting and like like the calaveras and how they do all that, like with the colors and everything, I think it just brings out that much of the vibrance of like like the celebration part of that. Like that's cool. Like how
The beautiful colors.
and the flowers and everything, and that just makes you want to be a part of it too, and know that it's like they go. Like in Mexico, they have like those huge capillas and like like in the templos and stuff where they keep them. So like where you keep where your relatives have passed away, and I've been to like those burials and like where I have my grandpa and my grandma and stuff like that, and it's like it's a whole different energy. You know what I mean?
Like the narcos, they build houses for them and shit.
Yeah, so they build. I mean, like on my rancho, it wasn't like that crazy, but like it definitely looked cool as hell, But it wasn't like Sinaloa type of thing, but it's super like you definitely get a vibe in there, right? Like it's like just a vibe when you like start walking around and you see the capillas and you know, you see like maybe somebody eating their food right next to their loved one, and you know, things like that. Not even on Dia de los Muertos, because when I went, it wasn't even like it wasn't that around that time. But you know, just the respect that people have for their dead ones and that type of thing. You know, like I think it's more vibrant over there than it is here. Right here, I think we kind of try to shy away from it.
Well,
you know.
I mean, if you go to the funerals here, they look so scary.
Yeah, it does. It makes you that. I think that's why it makes you so sad too. Like, but I mean,
did you when you were in Mexico, or even you little, did you guys go to the cemetery? Like, were you guys ever there for like around this time?
no, not around this time. Like I said,
Okay.
it wasn't like around this time, but like when I was there, like it's, you know, like you said, it's a whole different vibe. Like,
Yes.
you know, you see like, you know, the arreglos that they bring, and even throughout the year, you know, it's not even just like necessarily
It's just
on
tradition.
November,
Like,
Yeah.
you know, people go and have lunch with
Yeah.
their loved ones.
lunch, or they bring in like a mariachi and like a banda is like playing right there, and you're just like,
Oh, that's the fucking
know,
worst. It's so
so
sad.
it's just
When
crazy.
they put music on.
Yeah,
It's
so
so
like,
sad.
give me the chills right now. Like,
Because I remember in Mexico when I was young, we would, I mean, I don't quote me because I was so young, but I remember we would walk towards the cemetery, and we would all carry like different flowers and stuff like that. And I remember it was like a whole day celebration, you know, and I do remember that, and that was beautiful. And I don't remember it as being sad. Yeah, obviously some people were crying, but I don't remember it as that as a child. And I think that's why I've always had like that mentality as far as like funerals. That's why I said I've only gone to 2, seriously, and that's my girlfriend's daughter that passed away, and this person that we would consider like kind of like our grandpa. We grew up in the same street, like literally he was our next door neighbor, and that's it. But other than that, it just I do remember like the whole celebration, and I think it's beautiful, and I love how it's called Dia de los Muertos, because it is. It's like we have to have that day of the death.
that's awesome.
Thank you.
That's
I
cool.
really like this. And no, go ahead. Actually, I don't even.
I don't know. Take it along. Take
We
it
wanna
along.
take it on
This
grati-
is all you.
I'm going to take it on with gratitude and attitude. It's all about like just even waking up in the morning and doing your bed. Seriously, you got to be grateful for the bed, the roof, all of that. I actually, yesterday I had to explain to my son what a homeless was. And he asked just like the randomest questions. And I feel like I opened his eyes, and he was just like, you could just see it, the gratitude, like how thankful he just, you could just see it. And it's all about like remembering just seriously the bed, or even if you don't have a bed, I mean, seriously, the floor, you know, but as long as we have something to be grateful. And if sometimes it's hard, like when you wake up, because it's like, oh shit, my alarm, you gotta get going. But like if you're brushing your teeth, or you're driving, or you're waiting for your client's hair to process, whatever, take the time to be grateful. Like start with 3. Or when you get like, you have like a negative thought, I've been doing this for quite a while now, and I love it because now I do it just, my brain automatically does it when I think of like something negative, or like I'm talking bad to my own self. Right away I snap, and it's like, okay, think of 3 positive things about yourself. And if you can't find them, think of family, or people that are surrounded by you. Gratitude and the attitude.
Oh, that's pretty cool, because yeah, it does lift you up. It makes you you know, even just being grateful for being alive that day. You know, I think that's probably like the biggest thing that is shown to us is to be grateful that we do make it out to the next day, because some people don't wake up, you know, they don't wake up. It might be, you know, like a little heart attack, or you know, earthquake or whatever. But you know, be grateful that you are awake and you're able to just live another day and better yourself another day. You know, because we do strive for that, for betterness every single day. We try to you know do a little bit better, as in, you know, with our kids, you know, getting them up a little bit earlier, you know, making sure that they go to school nicely dressed, and you know, or they appear in their Zoom meeting nicely dressed, you know, at least with a nice top, because at the bottom is like a pajama.
That's
right
my
now,
kid with
nowadays,
his
right?
boxers.
Caleb
like
with
nice
his crazy
hair.
hair. I'm like, put a freaking hat on, please.
Oh my goodness. So yeah, definitely being grateful And the attitude that you carry yourself every single day, like look at yourself in that mirror and just be like, this is me, this is who I am. And you know, let's move on, let's do this day, let's get this let's kill this day, you know, let's, you know, hatch at it. You know, not everything's going to be perfect. You know, like your day could start off like the worst, but you know, if you keep it with that attitude, like it can only go farther down from there. You know, like if you start with a shitty day in the morning, your car broke down or something, you know, you're able to pick that day up. You're able to turn that day around no matter what. So it's all about that attitude, the way that you look towards it.
I stay laughing at myself. I just fucking laugh at myself. I mean, what else am I gonna do?
It's definitely hard to laugh at yourself when you really mess up.
Yeah, or like when it's like that bad and you're just like you just don't know what to do, but you just laugh. It's either I laugh or I cry. So I'm a laugh.
I like the
Can't
laugh.
fuck up these lashes.
Oh my god, yes.
Yeah, I like that.
Mm-mm.
Those lashes are on point.
I know, wigsbyv.com. This is
Yeah.
not a paid ad.
You're so cute. Yes, you guys are so cute. I love it. But yes, gratitude with attitude.
See, it's all about the attitude. Like you can, you know, have a bad attitude, and you know, Murphy's law, anything that can go bad will go bad. If you have a bad attitude, you're only gonna, you know, attract negative energies, and you know, los muertos feed off of that shit.
Oh damn!
The
And they're,
negative
like, tripping
energy?
on you, huh? Like they're just
Mhm.
like putting that leg on you every step you take. Do you guys feel
Because
like
you're lowering your vibe,
yeah, right? Like
Mhm.
okay.
Lower vibration.
and you're more susceptible to
Do you
other
feel,
dimensions.
do you guys have like a I don't know, like a reminder each day? Like I mean, sometimes I wake up like kind of froggy right in the morning. Like I can't like really like think about like the things that I need to do right away, right? So sometimes it's easy for me to just like maybe lay in bed or whatever and like sleep and snooze another 10 minutes. But do you guys have like a reminder, like something that's like do
you know
this
those
or-
little boards where you can change the letters?
Oh yeah.
I have one, and I change it every now and then.
Oh.
Right now it says reinvent yourself.
Ooh. So then when you wake up, you see that you rent. Oh,
I'm like, every day I see this chongo. What can I do different?
nice.
Throw a wig on.
I actually
Yeah.
have a vision board, and I've been saving like a lot of magazines. I actually have a lot of magazines, and I should, because I've been for like a year now, maybe like about a year that I've been saying I'm gonna work on my second vision board. But I do look at my vision board a lot. It just it's like a reminder of what I want, what I need in life. And I mean, it doesn't tell me like go from here to here to get what I want. No, but it has all the things I want, or most of the things that I want. It's funny because just recently we were moving like the room and stuff like that, and I picked it up and I put it behind the TV. And so I forgot that in the back, I guess I just ran out of space. So I went in the back. In the back, I had like vegetables and fruits and all this stuff, which is so weird because I mean, I've been semi
Wait, on the back of your vision board?
on my back of my vision board. Like I
okay.
did this like a while ago, and so like I saw it and I was like, funny, because I've been trying, not really, but for real, I've been trying to like eat better. So it was just like I saw it and I was like, okay.
But you've been going to the gym though. I've been seeing that you've been hitting the gym hard.
lot.
So
I
that's
think-
what's up.
I think
that's,
You should change your perspective from eating better to eating bad less.
Yeah, well, remember when you brought me caldo de res,
Mm-hmm.
and I told you don't put calabacitas, and you were like, I don't know what you said, but it was something like funny, and then she comes, to the salon, and it's freezing there. It's always freezing there. She brings me my caldo, and I'm just like, oh, I haven't had this, and like I don't make that,
Okay.
and I don't have someone like a Mexican mom that would make me that. So when she brings me this with my limon and everything, I'm just like eating it away, and I see there's a couple calabazas, and I don't know what I said to her, and she said something, and it was just like, all right, whatever, I'm gonna eat it, and it was all right. It was just the texture.
girl, it's the healthy stuff.
Dude, just the fact that I ate it, or I ate the whole thing, huh? all of the calabazas, and it just the fact that I did it, I was so proud of myself. I was
Hell
like,
yeah.
good job, girl. And like, you have to do that shit to yourself, because you're not gonna have certain people be like, oh, good job. You're gonna have people like that I have, like Little, that brings me food and with the right things and all the good stuff. that's her saying good job here. You know, she's giving it like, that's on you, girl. And I was so proud that I ate it, because other times, actually every other time that I've had caldo de res, I put that to the side. I never eat it. So I was like really proud of myself.
There you
Yeah.
go. Good job. Good job.
Yeah, I think there comes a certain age where we just have to eat our vegetables,
Yeah.
guys.
Yeah. So it's like going back to what we were saying. It's like, do we have daily reminders?
Mm-hmm.
That would be it, mine. Just my vision board.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I like your
Eat your
vision board.
veggies.
Yeah, eat your veggies. Not all of them, but I guess.
I wish you
most
would
of
have
them.
ate some of the ones I grew last year or this year. That would have been dope.
Well, I know you said something about some rice, and I just didn't want some because, but you told me, like, you were like, oh, I'm gonna make you rice, and then you
Oh,
said
yeah,
it was
yeah.
gonna have all this stuff, and I was like,
Well, because I cut it like really small, like little
Like fried
squares.
rice?
It's like, yeah, like
Ooh.
Benihana rice.
Ooh,
yeah.
see?
So you're gonna make
Missing out,
some.
girl. Sometimes the veggies, like the veggies for me is like a little. It like just mixes all the flavor in. You know what I mean? Like my mom and like and even Candy, she like cooks a lot with vegetables too, like fajitas and broccoli and green beans. Like green beans, I used to not like, but now I like green beans a lot
Yeah.
because they just go with everything. Like, you know, so green beans, and then let's see, what's another one that she kind of like. She started like the black beans, which is not vegetables, but I mean, like I was like, not a big fan about it.
No.
But veggies, I've grown to
I like
also.
black beans.
Yeah,
You
I've
do?
grown to I've grown to like love, you know, a little bit of vegetables and stuff. And
Same.
and if they're not there after a while, you kind of do like miss them. You know, you kind of like,
Yeah.
why is it so plain?
That is so true. No, I didn't like nopales. I didn't like spinach. Just certain things like that. And I love spinach. I love nopales.
You know, spinach has that little spice to it. Have you ever ate it just raw, like a
Yeah,
spinach
I've had
salad?
it just raw.
It has like a little spice to it. All right, so we're gonna be talking a little bit about business today. I know that's kind of one of the topics we wanted to discuss with everyone and have little tips and tricks and stuff when it comes to businesses. So there's been something going around Instagram that says when you buy from a small business and you Venmo them, you don't want to write like shirt or, you know, whatever you bought. You want to like send an emoji or something like that, because Venmo doesn't allow you to have like business transactions on their platform. So they look for keywords like that to kind of flag people down, and you know, they'll delete your account and then you can't get your money. Or you know, if someone commits fraud and they cancel the request, then Venmo doesn't have like the insurance to like cover it or something like that. So it says here, Venmo is supposed to be used for personal transactions. So they detect business transactions, buying or selling items. They'll suspend your account and they'll confiscate the money on both of the accounts. So again, don't use keywords like clothing or sweaters or anything like that. Something common that you can buy. So you can, you know, still support small businesses and, you know, not lose your accounts, because no one wants that.
It's kind of weird because like a lot of people are using it. Like it's such a convenient way to like use a transaction. Like I even seen like the paletero like have a sign that says like Venmo me, you know. So it's just like at the beach, but it's just kind of, you know, it's kind of weird that these things are put out. Like, you know, like these companies make so much money off of us, and yet, you know, like we kind of like sometimes end up getting like fucked with them, you know, with them, those companies, because, you know, they provide these services and then we download the apps and they make money off of us because, you know, they're selling our information, they're selling our, you know, like our contacts, and they're selling like, you know, where do we look at or what ad we saw for the longest time and stuff like that. So I mean, like Venmo and, you know, PayPal, Zelle, all these companies that provide, you know, for you to be able to like transfer money, they're all practically the same. They're all from the same owner. So they're all created from PayPal. They're all created, you know, by Google, Apple Pay and stuff like that. So they're just like little piggyback companies for people to just like, the more companies that are out there, the more chances of them are able to make money off of you guys. So it's like, you know, just disguising, you know, just different apps with different colors and different logos and stuff. So, I mean, you're still getting an Apple, but, you know, you're getting, you know, an Apple for different prices at this market and a different price at this other market. So that's kind of what's happening because, you know, Zelle doesn't charge anything. You know, you can just like directly send a message, or you send like you put down your phone number and then like it automatically appears on your bank account. For Venmo, you know, you choose to either, if you have that transferred between 2 to 3 days, you know, they don't charge you. But if you want to transfer that money between that second right now, you know, it'll charge you a fee. You know, you can go up to like $4, $5, $10, whatever it is. It just depends on the money that you're transferring. So these companies are making money off of us. But, you know, but when it comes to us trying to make money off of them, you know, that's kind of like where like things start changing. You know, and it goes like with any type of like big corporation. Like as soon as you start putting like a Coca-Cola shirt or like a bottle right here or something, and they're like, no, that's our advertisement. No, that's our money right there. What are you doing with that? You know, so it comes down to like little things like that we don't see. You know, like even in like the music industry, I see that too. You know, in the music industry, like all these artists, they're the creators. They're the people that made these music, the stuff like that. And now, like as soon as like a DJ plays it, now they want to take it off of the air and stuff. But it's like, you know, it's in reality, they're not worried about the artist. They're worried about their money. You know, that money that they are losing. Because like if the artist like would really care, like most artists, if you ask them, like play my song, like they're like, oh hell yeah, play yours, play it. You know, like they want their music out there. They want people to hear it. But when it comes down to like these big corporations, they're just the ones that are really just the ones that are like, you know, they're really squeezing out as much as they can from everyone. And at the end of the day, the little people are the ones that we get fucked.
Stingy. And that's all that it is. And there's a reason why the rich stay rich and the poor stay poor. That's just the ugly truth. When I saw this, I didn't know how to feel about it because as a small business, like, of course I use Venmo. Are you kidding me? Like the fees for credit card fees is a 2.9% plus a 5% or some other stuff. And then if you want it instant, you got to pay another percent. And it's like percent. Like there's fees after fees after fees after fees. And at the end of the day, like I need my money and I should be able to have access to my money. So paying all these other fees, like I use Square, and I just think, you know, it's crazy. So when Venmo first came out, obviously just like everybody else, we jumped on it and we all loved it. So when this came, I didn't know how to feel because I was just like, wow, really? Like that's like, you guys should be, you know, grateful and thankful. Like you're that popular and it's going and it's like, let's go. Oh no, it's like you said, you got to squeeze more. And it's just, it makes no sense. Like it makes sense, but it doesn't make sense. Like instead of helping, we're going to chingar. And it's like, come on. Like everybody knows Venmo, you know?
Yeah. When I dropped my sweaters, I had like pretty good sales the first day. It was like over $700, right? And with minus all the fees, it was closer to $800. Minus all the fees, it was like down to like $660. So it was like $140 in fees.
From Venmo?
No, from Stripe.
Wow.
I was using Big Cartel, Stripe, and I didn't have a business. I hadn't registered my business yet, so I was just using the platform. So when you don't have it registered, you can't use PayPal. But I guess PayPal is like the same bullshit. But yeah, they tax me the tax, obviously.
Yeah. Okay.
And then Stripe has like a fee on there, and it was ridiculous. Like it was like 10% of my sales.
But it's crazy like how these people like want to take your money
just
like,
for processing the payment,
or even just like putting your brand on their shelf, you know, like in a lot of these like small companies, if you really think about it, like all these people that are making like michelada mixes or, you know, like whatever it is that you want to provide to give out to like and sell in stores, like if you understood the type of thing that goes on in the background, whether it's when it comes to shipping, when it comes to like what side of the store is your product on, like is it going to be in like as soon as people walk in, is it going to be all the way in the back, how many like displays do you need, like all that stuff, like your profit margin just goes so much down. And it just comes down with any companies like right now, like you have to be super careful, you know, do your due diligence and like research people and research these companies that you're going to be working with, that are going to be selling your stuff. And sometimes it's just even best to just do the legwork and do it yourself, because if you do not do that, you're going to have people that are going to be taking advantage of you. People are pocketing your money. People are going to be want to take you 10% out of something that you created, that it's your idea. Like, you know, how much like can you like give me $10 every time you sell a sweater, okay, like, or $1 every time you sell a sweater.
And then
know,
like I have to pay for the embroidering, the shipping, like all that.
You're doing all the work.
Yeah, all the legwork.
But see, the thing of it is, it's like I try to like tell myself like that's just part of the business and it sucks.
But I think we do tell ourselves that, but it's not. I don't think we should. Like, I think we should change that part of the business where you say like it's part of the no.
We have to figure out
how to like
how business should be done. You know what I mean? Like, we should look for the most noblest way to be able to get our stuff out there. And obviously, if you're like promoting my stuff, like I am more than happy to like, you know what I mean? Like pay my due diligence towards you, and you know what I mean. But if you are just taking, if like I did all the legwork and I got $700 worth of revenue just by myself, and you want to take 10%,
800
or 800, you know what I mean? So you're just like, you want to take a part of that, but like, okay, but if you got 800 and you match me with 800 sales, then we're working together. You know what I mean? Then definitely you take 10%, but you know, if you got to watch out who you're doing business with, you know.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And how I saw it, like I just thought, okay, I'm just gonna, I'm not gonna ship. I'm just gonna do local drop-offs. And it gives like the sweater so much more meaning because I get to see who purchased from me. Like I get to see them. They get to see my face. You know how happy it made me that they bought my merch. Like that experience to me is like it's worth way more than the shipping fee.
That is pretty cool. Yeah, it is. You can see like their smiles, and they probably just ask you a couple questions
yeah,
too. Like,
and like I know most of them, or some of them have been following me for years, and it's like cool. I finally get to meet you.
Oh, like the fans, you just autograph it.
Shut up. But it's
cool.
neat. It's neat.
Yeah, that's so
I can relate to that. And a lot of times it's because I'm trying to like hook up my client or stuff like that. Like I know like right now on the lashes, I'm not charging for shipping. It's just, and I have had a couple of like orders and it's like I've dropped them off. I don't meet with them like you. I always tell them like, oh, like if I ever do like through Venmo, be like, oh, I'll drop it off. Better service than Amazon. Like I literally say that because it's, within like days, you know what I mean? And you're supporting small business. That's when the whole Venmo thing, I was just like a little bummed out. I was like, that sucks,
It definitely sucks, but you got to remember too that cash is king. You know what I mean? Like I think we've gotten so used to like this thing of like, oh, so easy, let me just Venmo you, and
can I just Venmo you?
Yeah, at the end of the year, I think vamos a start like looking at our bank statements, like where's all this money that's been coming in through our stuff, and where is it, and how is it there? Like,
I do my taxes, and I did them last year, and it asked me if I had a Venmo account.
Ooh, that's trippy because last year I actually asked my tax guy. I was like, so all this Venmo and PayPal stuff like that goes in, I was like, do I need to report that stuff? And he was like, well, it shows in your bank statements, so yeah, it's on there already. Exactly. You know what I mean? So I'm like, okay, yeah, that's true because it goes direct deposit into my account. Yeah. So, but it does get to be a little iffy, like I just had like a wedding client, like, just give me, what is it, like 1,100. So, I was like, just don't put like, like wedding, or she just dropped like a couple like disc emojis and like some music emojis, you know what I mean? But it just depends how much of,
or you should,
even
write receipts, ask them for cash, write them a receipt.
And I told her, I was like, cash is king, but I mean, obviously, if, right now it's like they're getting close to their wedding. It's like less than a month. So they're probably like up the hizza with, stuff that they got to do and run around, stuff like that. So it was just like, we even met like through video conference and stuff like that. So, because we can't meet right now, it's kind of just more iffy. And she had her bridal shower this weekend too, so she was excited and stuff. So I was just like, that's cool, you got too much on your plate, it's cool, just Venmo me, and do it in 2 payments or whatever, so that way it's not like something big or whatever, so, or not noticeable or flagged.
One thing that can help too though is I had it's been a while, but I had a lady who was like, do you give any cash discounts? And like at first when she said that, I was like, it kind of threw me off, and I was like no, but I'm happy to give you one. Like, it's like maybe cash discounts. Like if you're going to charge 400, you're going to charge now 450, because like I did start, I tried Clover, which I do not recommend. Do not get Clover, but Clover, I did get Clover, and they charge the client the fee, but they only charge you like a certain or like 50. They said like $50 every month, but it turned out to be like a whole mess. They were charging me like ridiculous amounts. I do not recommend Clover.
we need to go into like those things too. Like, I'm sorry, because my parents been through Clover, through like, you know, Square, and all these companies, and even like these credit card companies that are just like super not loyal, or like like they're just like not even trustworthy. Like they lie to you.
They
so,
lie
like, I mean,
so much, and then you sign like contracts that like sometimes you think you know what you're signing, but you don't. And hey, if you guys have any questions about that, like please send us an email, text, direct message, because we've been through that. Just like Jorge said, like his parents too, we've been through that. We want to help you, you know, or at least hear us out on our point of view on that. But going back to that, I think it's a joke, and we should learn how to get better on that. So when my client she was like, oh, do you give any cash discounts? Like I didn't, and now I do, because it does help. Like if you can help me, I can help you. So and so when I did Clover, they taught me, that was another thing. I mean, I went through hell and back through with them, and they taught me that I should charge the client. You want to use a credit card and get your flying miles or whatever you get back, cash money, whatever, that's fine. I'm not going to say no to that. We're okay with that, but you're paying the fee, so that if my wig costs $100, I get my $100, not $75 because I had to pay all these crazy fees and wait 2-3 days for my money to come in. It's just not fair. And if you, like I said, you want to use those credit cards, we should be okay with that, but also get smart as that's fine. It's just going to be an extra fee.
Yeah.
And that's when they'll think about it, be like, oh, wait, I don't want to have to pay. You don't want to have to pay. I don't want to have to lose.
So when I was going through that, I may have told people, you can Venmo me so you can save on your taxes, because it's going to charge you your tax if you buy it online.
Or even shipping, tax and shipping.
Mm-hmm.
Why not?
Exactly.
So help and support your local businesses.
But we do pay those
do.
taxes at the end of the year ourselves and business owners, though. So
Life's already
even
hard.
Sometimes if we tell our customers like, save yourself on the tax, even because I do that too. Like, you know, if I do like 2 magnets or whatever, you know, sometimes we're just like, oh, the hassle was just like $5 more or whatever. You know, it's just like $60 straight ahead. You know what I mean? So it's just like sometimes we do that, but we forget that you're
cutting yourself short.
Cutting ourselves short, you know, because 75 cents or $5 here, $5 here, $5 here, at the end of the year, that's a good $100. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you've gypped yourself on taxes and stuff like that you have to pay back, that you know your IRS stuff, your payments show in your statement that you charged this much and that money came in. So they want to know where that money's at. So I mean,
not in my bank account.
Yeah. So sometimes it sucks, and we shouldn't, you know, like, you know, to our friends and to our, you know, that we love to do that. But, you know, sometimes it's good practice to just do it to everybody. And then sometimes even people act surprised, like, ¿Cómo estás cobrando taxis? I'm like, whoa. Last time we checked, we lived in America, girl. Or boy, like, you know, like, and people do that. And it makes you feel bad. And that's why I think we do that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because we try to make up that excuse before, because I've caught myself too, oh, no te voy a cobrar los taxis, no te preocupes. You know, so it's just like, why did I say that? You know, like, it's like before even that person, like, said anything, like, I'm already undercutting myself and selling myself short. And, you know, like, another thought about, like, the cash, you know, like, some people get mad, you know, like, I mean, you said it's a good incentive to say, like, oh, cash, you know, if you pay cash, you get a certain discount. But, like, imagine people with the credit card be like, well, why do these people get a, you know? So it's just like, sometimes it creates more negativity to be brought to your business. Like, people sometimes just look at things to nick at like that. Because I've seen people be like, well, what do you mean we can only pay with credit card? Because when the pandemic started, they're like, no, nobody take cash. So everybody's, you know, paying through credit card or debit card. So, and then I've seen a couple people get mad, like, what do you mean you're not taking cash? Well, cash is king, you know, cash is, you know, this is our currency of this country. Like, what do you mean you can't take cash? So it's kind of like you have that double standard also too, that if you tell this customer you're going to get a discount, but it's not really you're getting a discount. You're just not being charged that fee for you of that luxury of using not your money that you're borrowing from somebody else and using it on that credit card. Because if you think about it, your luxury is that credit card. It's not your money. You don't have that money. It's some money that's, you know, in a bank account that somebody's letting you borrow it. So it's a convenience fee. And sometimes I think people forget about, like, it's a fee. No, it's a convenience fee too.
And why should we small businesses have to pay for that? Makes no sense. But yeah, I don't advertise it like that. Absolutely not. But when it's time to pay and I see it's a credit card, well, I do ask you, like, oh, do you by any chance have Venmo or Zelle? And I think, just Venmo and Zelle. And they'll be like, oh, no. We're like, okay. And then they see that there is a fee. Oh, there's a credit card fee. I'm like, yep, you can save by Venmo or Zelle. Oh, I don't know what that is. Would you like me to show you this video? And it teaches you. So I like, and boom, boom, boom. It takes seconds. Or sometimes it's just like, they don't even watch the video. It's just like downloading it. If they're older, it's kind of challenging. That's when I would receive checks. No longer receive checks because bad experiences. So it's very, very hard to stay in business and stay positive and one foot after the other because of all these things. But you can do it. We can all do it.
Like, that's a lot. I don't know. I think you're like one of the very few people that that I remember even taking checks. Like, I haven't heard of anybody taking a check in forever. Like, I don't even know the last time that I got a check written to me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because it's just like, I mean, if you mess with bigger businesses, yeah. But I mean, a personal check is just so iffy to me because it's just, it comes down to those fees, and if people don't have that, and then it gets even more iffier when they hand you a check and they go, don't cash it till tomorrow, afternoon, or maybe 6, 7, 8, 9, and 9.
Don't cash it at all.
You're like, okay, bro, yeah, sure. So I think.
Well, I see a lot of elderly people, and honestly, it's just kind of it's just weird. It's weird that I have. It's weird, but I'm really old school myself.
Hold on,
Add an extra zero. Just kidding.
So
just kidding. That was a joke. That was a funny joke. Yeah, definitely. I mean, a money order, yeah, te la paso. But
money orders.
But a fucking personal check, I don't know about that.
Money orders.
You could send me a money order.
Yeah. Well, Venmo would be the new money order.
So my Venmo is gambling in case anyone wants to send me some honey.
Wigs by V. Just kidding,
this
guys.
This is a shameless
We
plug.
actually have money we want to provide. I'm going to let you take over because you had good news for us. Go ahead.
Let's open the champagne.
Yeah,
bottle,
that's what
it's
we're
like
gonna pop the
celebration.
champagne.
Yay.
I copied you. You do
Oh,
that.
yeah, because we can't clap. We shouldn't clap.
So my daughter's gonna love that because I think one of her YouTubers does that or something.
Oh,
I
really?
think I've seen something like that.
Oh,
So,
yeah?
Nice.
I can't wait to hear it.
But yeah, let's go ahead and open that. Celebrate.
This is a cool bottle.
Okay, so
Margarita.
that was actually from this past weekend.
Like
Candy won it. Hey, we're Halloween partying it up.
Nice.
Thank you, Candy.
Candy is always providing the best alcohol since she can't drink right now. So October was really good for us, as in because we started this great podcast, and I think we started this cool idea between each other, and it was a cool idea that kind of just flourished up, and
It's not just stop.
Oh, I didn't mean to stop you.
there you go.
Oh my god, do it, V, do it.
Drink it. Yeah.
Why did I do that?
There you
Oh my
go.
god, pick up the.
That was awesome.
Pick up
Damn You guys missed. You guys gotta go on YouTube. It was
Yeah.
literally
Literally
what you
bubbly
see
just,
on.
This is literally what we
movies.
wanted the first time
I know.
to happen, but it didn't happen. Oh, thank God it's apple cider and not real champagne, because that would have been upsetting.
I thought about
would've
you,
been like-
and I had a
Thank
really
you.
crazy weekend where I'm trying to be a good girl.
Poppin' champagne. Oh, it's popping apple cider. Yay.
Should we spike it?
No,
Yeah, spike it just a little bit.
I'm good.
I can't believe that happened. That was so crazy.
That
You
was
gotta tell me
awesome.
twice.
So tell us what
okay.
news do you have for
So
us?
we have some cool news, like we said. Way back at it again, because we got distracted a little bit. Oh, saludcita, ladies, come on. Saludcita.
Cheers to
saludcita.
1 year. Yes, we
Yes.
can.
Yes, we can. Yes. Okay, so yes, we can. Yes, we can. It's a month that we started Yes, we can. And this was just with the solo idea of the cans that are just in my backyard. It came from an idea that I was back there just crushing my cans and putting them into their bags, and separating the bottles and the recycles. And it really kind of just flourished onto me, what if I can just donate these cans to somebody in need. and now that we have this platform, we have our podcast. What if we can also get other people to join in on this, and not just join in, but also get recognition? Because I think a lot of the times, also you want to be recognized. So maybe at the beginning of the podcast or towards the end of the podcast, the donations that we've gotten throughout the month or throughout the week, we're able to like share their names or maybe keep them on the screen for a good minute or so.
Or if they have a business, we can advertise
and stuff like that. So last month I put up together all my cans. I came up with $50.60.
Wow.
So
congrats, that's dope.
So we got this in a little
making it
envelope.
rain.
Dude, it went in my boot.
Oh yeah.
Did
What
it?
are you trying to take?
Oh no, se cayó una cora, güey.
That's so cool.
That's
Okay.
awesome.
So,
Damn,
yes.
you fucking drink a lot,
Well,
fool.
there's sodas and stuff right there too. Tampoco. But
Aw.
the cool thing, like I was like, okay, so I'll keep the receipt, $50.60, and then we have like the recycle thing from over here.
Wow.
And just kind of like a little proof of like, not that like we're saying that we're gonna steal or anything, but just a proof to everybody. Maybe we would like post them on like our Instagram every time somebody gives us a receipt like this. You know what I mean? If they want to go and take the cans themselves and bring us the receipt and bring us like the cash and stuff like that, they can do that too, or they can bring the cans to us and then we'll just like figure out a way to take them and then give them also the credit. But I think it would be awesome, like if you do bring like a receipt like this and you put your name and you put like maybe like
We
a
could
little
put like a wall.
yeah, like you
do
put like
a
a little
wall.
like a what does it say? Like, oh, like if you want to say something in the back or write something special, if you
Kind of
want
like
to
at
dedicate,
Hooters
like a
when they did the
dedication.
donations.
Yeah, that's so cool. So so anybody that would like to join us, and yes, we can. Obviously, I'm gonna keep on doing this. We have Candy's friend Arlene. I believe she also said that we can come by her work and pick up the cans whenever I
dope.
have time. So I'm just gonna go ahead and just talk to her and see like what days are best for her, and I'll just stop by. So it's just kind of just like a little side thing to do, and just a little reminder, like if anybody has cans for us or wants to donate to the cause. We will definitely be posting you guys on our Instagram, and then we'll go ahead and like give you guys a shout out at the beginning of the show, and probably like at the end of the month once we like do it like also like a big thing. That'd be cool. I think that'd be awesome.
And it's far more than the shout out or tagging you guys. This is about giving back to the less fortunate. We are very, very blessed on everything we have. And we just want to provide a little something, especially now with the holidays being around here. We just want to give a little bit, and not even a little bit. That's $50.
That's someone's groceries for a week.
$50.
That is, and it's amazing like how like sometimes just like a couple cans, just like just a reminder, just putting them on the side, and like I said, like kind of how we start our day, like even just me being conscious of just like keeping that can in my car or keeping that like or like crushing it up and putting it off to the side. So it makes you conscious. I think it gives you that good vibe too. Like it makes me think about it every day. So like I'm excited about Yes We Cans every day because I'm thinking about it and I'm thinking about like the next like the family that we might be able to help or whoever it is. So it definitely helps on that, setting the stage for your day, right? Like setting your week too. It's the vibes that we got going on too. So that's pretty awesome. Yeah, so I just wanted to share that news with you guys.
That's crazy,
That's
amazing
awesome.
news. Thank you for doing that.
I missed out last week too. I didn't do it.
That's amazing. So now we would have to choose a person to
Yeah,
donate?
so like I said, I mean, we're into November now, so maybe if we,
Every $100 or something.
yeah, like every $100 or something. and then-
Wow, that's a lot.
yeah, like
I
maybe-
feel like even 50.
yeah.
Or if you guys want to do 100, we can choose two people.
people.
Okay. So yeah, so
Or
maybe
you-
something like that. That'd be cool too. Or do you guys want to do it like monthly? If we do it like at the end of every every
Or
month?
beginning of the month, like you
Oh,
just
yeah,
did.
beginning, yeah, like
I
the
would
beginning.
start
Okay,
now.
okay.
I think it would
Ooh,
be
that'd cool.
amazing. That would
Alright.
it's that I would love for us to do it now.
That's cool.
Buy
So-
someone their Thanksgiving dinner.
Oh,
If someone out there is listening and you know someone you want to dominate, not how do you say it?
Nominate.
Nominate.
Not dominate. That's like whipsin.
Okay, English is my second language. But yes, if you guys know someone you want to nominate, please let us know. We will do our best to, just provide.
Oh, this is gonna go far. I believe this is.
I'm
gonna be big.
excited.
It's
This
gonna be
is
cool.
so-
This is so awesome.
I love this. You totally just made my day.
That was a dope idea from the start.
Definitely.
What's
Okay.
next? Do you guys love my hair? Should we name her? I feel like I'm an icy girl. I'm like, I belong in Alaska or something.
Ooh, especially with that sweater, it looks like you're like an Eskimo. Like
You know, I'm always reinventing
Long
myself.
socks. You look really good.
it does.
Let me see.
Look at those
My
socks.
active
And you
socks.
got like the boots and
The new
everything.
docs.
Down.
French provided by
Jeez.
Wigs by V.
Yeah,
Wigs by
dread.
V. You see this?
You're just stylish all the time.
Could we screenshot this?
100%. You're so cute. Seriously, anything. But no, you
love
look,
it.
look
I
good.
love that wig on you.
So,
Do you?
I'm obsessed with gingers.
Oh man, so I was gonna wear this wig
love
this
gingers.
weekend, and I sent her a picture, and I hadn't styled her. I was like, "Hey, what do you think?" Blah blah, and she's like, "I think that's what you said. I love gingers or something." And I was like, "Oh, I'm not wearing it." Like I was just like, "I'm not wearing."
I
that
just
wig.
love red hair.
Yeah,
Like natural red hair.
Well,
I think
see,
it's so pretty.
me too. But I like that burgundy red.
That's
and
not
I
natural though.
Oh, it's not. So, but I love that. I had that color for years.
Really?
Years. Yeah.
I think when I met you, did you have it?
I was
little
leaning, I
bit.
was already moving to my blonde stage of life. But yeah, no.
red or like orange? Because I remember like I had a teacher
Like Mary
that was
Jane.
like orange, like almost
Mary
bright
Jane red.
like
Yeah.
almost red. And he didn't look like he dyed it or anything.
Oh.
Like this was a teacher. Like I was just like,
Yeah, I don't know. I like the look.
okay.
Like the fair skin, red hair.
yeah.
I just like the look. Just like how I love like fair skin and dark hair. Love long dark hair. Like that's my shit. I love that.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just like there's those certain people that have like fair skin and then just black hair and it just looks good, right?
Yeah.
Like
yeah. I
that's
do.
how I feel. Like you can rock the red hair. I can't rock the red hair. You've made it known that I can't rock the
No,
red
it's
hair.
just because I don't like it. And the
Oh,
colors
okay.
that the red that you like are completely different than the ones I like. This one's definitely a little bit out of my comfort zone, and I can't believe I wore her, even though you told me that. But it took me like 2-3 days. Like I put her on, and I think we went out to eat, and I had her on Sunday, and I was like, But then when I added the headband, I was like, okay, maybe. you
Yeah,
know?
the headband tied it in.
Yeah,
like that.
right? Yeah, but it's
definitely.
cute.
I see you feeling
Super
yourself
cute.
more with the headband. That's
Yeah.
for sure. That's for sure.
And
So-
my headphones.
So I think
Yeah.
it's funny how you guys go like her. I put her on and like I took her out and
Well,
like, we chilled.
her
and
is
finally got
like
to the vibe. I was
like the girl that you're gonna be today. It's not really necessarily the look. It's like, yeah, the wig is
Yeah.
the look. Like if it weren't for the wig, you wouldn't have the look. But it's like you put her on, like you put that attitude, that character on, like
character.
right away. Like when I wore Kim this weekend for Halloween, long hair, like I was just that bitch. I was that bitch.
She was.
damn. So you name them all them like. Is it like
Well,
the names that
she's
you,
named Kim.
Okay, so do you guys like the name of? Is that the brand of the wig, or is that just a name that you guys put into it?
It could be both.
Okay.
But the one I wore on the weekend, yeah, she's Kim. And the irony is that I was Kim Possible for Halloween and I wore Kim.
It was perfect.
Yeah.
It was
Okay,
perfect.
okay.
Yeah, but they all have different names. They have different colors. This
they
one,
have
I
to
don't know
be.
what this one's called.
It's called
but
Mint to Be.
Meant to be.
Meant to
Oh, I
be.
love it's so blue, and then like you have like the little black on top. It just,
Yeah,
like,
you
comes
know,
out,
makes it
like-
look a little bit more natural. I actually
Makes it
wore
look
this to
good.
Coachella.
Oh.
I was at
VIP.
Coachella, VIP, artist guest.
Oh, hey girl.
I'd never been to Coachella, but when I went, I had the artist guest pass. I met so many dope people. I met Ariana Grande's hairdresser, like the guy that literally styles her hair, like to this day. And someone introduced me to him, and they're like, "Oh yeah, this is Ariana's, hairdresser." And I was like, "Ariana," and they're like, "Grande," and I was like, "Oh, of course."
Because right there at VIP, they
Yeah.
don't even use last name.
And
It's
she
like,
was
duh.
headlining Coachella that year, so I was just like, "Oh yeah, Ariana Grande, of course." What other
BFF.
fucking Ariana exists? But yeah, he was super sweet. He actually follows me on Instagram. He's
He
super
does.
cool.
And I think he even sent you product, didn't he?
No, that was another guy.
Oh,
So
okay.
this guy, Philip B, that's who I met while I was there. And he was introducing me to all the hair people because I was like, yeah, I wear wigs. I work with wigs. And he was like, oh, perfect. And he like introduced me to so many people. And he introduced me to Josh Liu.
That's pretty cool.
Cool. That is cool.
See, so wigs take you places. Like they actually make you meet people. Well, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
wigs definitely make you like feel and be, and sometimes I think I'm gonna put a certain wig on and you just know it. It's like when you put a shirt on and you're like, oh no. Like no. So you change it and you put another one, you're like, oh yeah, this is better. It's just like that.
Exactly.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Yeah.
But I think I'm gonna start going without them just because my hair is getting long. Either that or I'm gonna buzz it. I mean, I don't think I would buzz it, but you know what I mean?
I
Like,
mean, I
just
kept
cut it.
cutting my hair after I cut it for a while, and after I was growing it out, I was still cutting
You were still
it.
cutting. Yeah, you were. I think I'm gonna still
Just do the
continue to cut.
bottom.
No,
A
I
little
did. I
bit.
just recently did go to see Austin. She's really good. But I don't know. I've been just thinking. I'm like, I don't think I want to let it grow out. But then there's other times I'm like, yeah. But since it's winter, it's getting like really cold. It's perfect. It's like wearing a beanie.
Oh, that is true.
Oh
It
yeah,
is.
now
It
that
is
it's
like a
not
beanie.
hot, yeah,
it's
wigs sound
perfect.
like more inviting right now. I know, because I would think, oh my god, it's too hot. Like I can't wear a wig right now. Like
Yeah.
I
But
can't
see,
wear
when you have, because your hair is long now, but when your hair's short, like, it's,
yeah, you just throw it on like a hat.
yeah,
It's different.
Yeah. It's like a hat.
Me, I have to braid it, pin it. But
It's a
I'm
process.
getting like good at just like making it as flat as I can, and then just
And you don't
pinning
even
it.
glue it.
I don't glue them. I just put them on.
Like that video I sent you. You're like, she didn't glue the wig.
Send me a video of this girl. Tell her.
She does a flip off the diving board, and as she flips into the pool, her freaking wig like swings back and lands on the diving board and like doesn't get wet. Like it
Doesn't
just
even get
laid
wet.
there.
Oh, that's good.
I know, that's what I said.
That time, I was like, dude, that's odd. Like when I saw that, I was like, I'm gonna send this to B. This is
That's hilarious.
But it was funny how it didn't even touch the water. Like I was like, damn, she planned that. Like she did a flip in the water. The wig flew back, didn't touch the water, landed on the diving board, and just sat there. And I was like, damn.
Like, even if they would have planned it, it would have
That would've
not
never
come out
happened.
that good.
That
It was
would've
just
never
so
happened.
funny.
I was
That
like,
was
cool.
funny.
Hilarious.
I was like, that's how B gets in the pool. Okay.
Actually, no.
I would not go
Hell
near
no.
a pool.
Especially like with my human hair, no. But I did do that for my birthday.
Oh yeah.
I did remember telling a couple of people, like even little, I was like, you see my wig like go down the river? Like, you, girl, that's my human hair. You better get it. But no, I glued it and I was fine.
Oh, even with water, it won't come off then if you glue it?
Well, I didn't like dive in, but I mean, I
okay.
I kind of did get wet.
She was wet. The wig was wet. For sure. The wig
The
was
wig.
wet. Wet ass wig. Wow.
It was a fun weekend. Oh, talking about weekend. How was you guys this weekend?
Yay, Halloween weekend. Hope everybody had a spooky one.
It was cool.
Yeah.
I liked it. I don't know, it was weird. It was just weird. It just reminded me that I'm getting old. Because I used to go to so many Halloween parties when I was younger, and it was like crazy as fuck. And now I'm like, I'm not them anymore. I'm not the crowd. I'm not slapping fucking wine bags and shit with my homegirls.
Yeah, it's definitely felt like it felt so off this year. Like Halloween was just like, the vibe was like totally off. I mean, Halloween Day was just like, it was like a day that like everybody, I don't know, like I was like, what are you doing today? What are you doing? And everybody's like, I don't know, like this whole COVID thing or whatever, like I don't know what it is. Like this whole country is in like a fucking like a mood swing right now, you know?
It's
like
called
there's
low
just-
vibration.
Yeah, it's just like
And,
fucking like
yeah, it
you
was-
can feel it in people, like when you talk to them, like
Yep.
what are you gonna, like there's so much uncertainty, like dude, like I told my coworker, I was like, you're gonna let motherfuckers tell you how to live your life every day? Like you're just waiting? Like I don't get it. Like go out, trick or treat, take your kids, do your fun, do it in a safe way, but don't let your moralities, your you know, your vibes like go get down like that. Like my daughter was so sad. She was like, I can't believe nobody's trick or treating, you know. And I think it sucks because it hits her more because she's small, right? But you know, kids don't see that because they look forward to this type of, you know, this is like the ones, like we talked about it last podcast, like we can like dress up to be whoever we want. So those kids, our kids are just waiting for that, and they're just like, man, like the disappointment was just like it can be felt, you know what I mean? I think because like it didn't even make make me want to party, like that kind of disappointment, you know, like because usually like you see all the kids having fun running around all night long, like, you know, from like 6, 5 all the way to like 8, 9. You see them crossing the streets and blah blah blah, and traffic everywhere. And like last year was just a crazy.
You see the lights,
and everybody's
the
like
cool
running from
costumes and like, oh,
and like
you're
this
there,
year was
see
just
that?
like nobody was on the streets.
nobody
Nobody was driving around. Like I was just like, what a scary Halloween. Like literally scary. Like that's fucking trippy as fuck. And I was like, it's sad, America. It's sad that, you know, that our spirits are so down right now like this, you know. And I think it's just like it truly shows that we're being let ourselves controlled, and we shouldn't. We got to wake up. It's time to wake up and definitely, you know, grab a hold of your life.
But it's hard to do that when the entire other world is asleep or not willing to do what you're doing. It sounds like everything you said, I'm all for that. And it just sounds like hunger, ambition, like, let's do this. But once you go out there and you're the only one, like, you know,
it
like,
sucks, yeah.
and
it brings you down.
It does. Well, it shouldn't, but you just got to be reminded that you're in a world where we're being controlled, number one. Number two, it's a low vibration. No matter what or however you want, you're going to have those days that it is going to remind you of like this Halloween, but maybe for like next Halloween or for like next events or stuff like that. Like, you have an amazing backyard. Like I was very blessed to have one of my friends invite me over to their home. They had they have a big backyard, and they have big family too, so I guess like that helps. And they had different stations for like kids, and I didn't even know it was going to be that big. I'm glad that I did do it myself, ring toss thing, and I'm glad I did that. You saw that, and I love how awesome. Thanks for giving me feedback. Like, it was challenging and it was probably not the safest, but kids had so much fun. And it's just like, I like that you said that, but it's like, okay, now we got to take charge. Maybe not with everybody else. Maybe we won't have that trick or treat again, but like how my friends did it in different stations, and every station they had candy. So my kid was done with like a big old bucket of like candy. I was like, oh my God, where did this come from? And then like a cute bracelet with his name and like things like that. It's like, we just have to get our systems in place, learn how to, if they have their systems or they have their rules, okay, fine, I get it. But like, how can we do this? Like, that's why I love that my friends invited me, because I know Little also invited me to another party, and I didn't get there till like really, really late because my kid was having so much fun. They had one of those like brincolinas, jumpers, and he was just like nonstop. Like, he just loved it. There were so many other kids his age. There was another kid dressed as Batman, just like him. He's like, look, there's 2 Batmans. Like, he was having so much fun. I was like, I can't leave. Like, as bad as I want to go and change to my other costume, I can't be selfish. Like, this is the most amazing idea ever. So it's like, yeah, it sucks, but
we went to 2 trunk or treats.
I saw that.
Yeah, we went to 2 trunk or treats, so that was super fun, and that was something new that we've never experienced. Because I mean, I think last year they just barely started popping up. Like last year, the year
the ones that you put it, they look like they went all out.
Yeah, they were definitely like very creative. So like each car had like a theme, and like they had little games, like little levers that you could push, and like you know, like an Indiana Jones theme. The other one was like Emperor's New Groove, a Mario, and like it's so cute. The little kid was like, it was like a little 2-year-old dressed like Mario, and he had like the gut, like he had like a little belly, and like he had like his like little pantalones bien grandes, and he just kept on jumping. So it just like looked like Mario was just right there in the background that they had. It looked so cute, but. You know, in that aspect, yeah, we had fun. You know, like you know, but it just didn't feel like the normal Halloween. You know what I mean? Like it just wasn't that. You know, it wasn't like what we expected to have and stuff like that. And it just sucks. You know, like you said, you know, we do have to try to make the best of it and the most of every situation, and you know, and be creative. And I think that's where that, you know, that parent instinct, you know, has to come in. You know, we have to be able to exercise that. Sometimes we don't. And I can see, you know, like where sometimes we fall short in that, but, you know, like always exercise it, always, you know, think of new ideas. And like you said, you know, like be blessed to be surrounded around those people that actually, you know, invite you to those type of things and events. And, you know, like it's fun, you know, and that's, you know, surrounding yourself with those good vibes.
And it goes back to what you said in our last episode about allowing our inner child to still be alive and keep it going for our kids too, like, and especially if they're like my kid, he doesn't have other siblings, so like by keeping it fun and all that, like he told me he had so much fun and he didn't even want to leave, and the only way I was able to like get him to leave was because I was like, oh, we're gonna go see Jocelyn Little, and he was like jumping and he stopped. He's like, Jocelyn Little? I'm like, yeah. He's like, okay, 5 minutes. I'm like, no, we're leaving right now if you want to go see her. He's like, okay, fine. He's like, okay, bye guys.
V name dropped me.
But was it true? I mean, it's not like I was lying to him.
Yeah, and then I was dancing with him.
Oh, that's so cute.
Yeah, he had so much fun.
So awesome. Yeah, so that was on Saturday.
Saturday, I actually had 2 parties. So I went that one with my friends, and then I went to Jocelyn Little, and that one was a lot of fun. And I feel like I was able to change and have like my other costume, and I was really glad and thankful I was able to do that, because I even texted her and I was like, oh, can I dress slutty? Because I was looking forward to that. Like that's the only time that I can like let the girls out, have fun, and not be like,
What did you dress
Dude,
up as?
when you were grabbing, when you went to go get a drink and you were bending over, I saw Edwin look at you like is anyone else looking at her? Because she's literally bending over right now.
I was very, very, very happy. I had a lot of drinks when I arrived with you. Well, not with you, but actually, because she's not drinking, but it was just me. Like I was like, okay, can I get another beer? And she was just like, oh, okay, you another bear. Like, so I didn't notice that.
Yeah.
I was very, very happy. But I was, what was that? Like Death Angel, I think it's called. I really liked it. I love the little crown. It just, I don't know. I really liked it. And the minute that she did my lips dark, like I just felt like, ooh, it was just like perfect. And it was black. Black is my favorite color.
Black goes with everything. Yep. That's for sure. So that's awesome. I'm glad that you had your time to like let loose, because Friday I know you were busy too. Like you worked pretty hard on Friday, and then I mean even throughout the day I see you like hustling it up and like getting your stuff done. So you definitely are an inspiring woman to follow on Instagram. So whoever doesn't follow you, I think they should definitely follow you, because
Wigs by V.
Wigs by V. So make sure you guys do follow her, because I think they can get a lot of pointers, and like a lot of references to what to do like in their daily lives. Because I think not to like say just women, but like I think it's a little bit harder for women to start their own business and maybe take that first step right there. And I think you're a perfect role model for if like some girls want to follow and just get some ideas. And I know you're more than willing to like help them out in any type of situation, but I think that's super awesome. Like your lifestyle, that you got the good and the bad, and you're trying to level everything out and make sure that you do have fun, but you also have your little one that you take care of, and your business too. So
I appreciate you saying that, and anybody listening to all those wonderful words you just said. Seriously, if you guys need help on whatever, or you just want to just brainstorm, even if you're not ready to go and get your business license or whatever, let me know, because it is hard, and sometimes we just make our thing harder by just overthinking it. But if you just throw it out there, write it down, it will happen. And you have to believe in yourself, because if you don't believe in yourself, then it's not gonna happen. And that's the first step, just believing in yourself. So thank you.
Please believe.
Yes. Thank you for listening.
Thank you guys so much. I just want to say one last thing, that, talking about Dia de los Muertos and about reinventing ourselves and starting our businesses and stuff. The main goal is not to be forgotten, right? The main goal is to be remembered. So with that being said, remember not to forget us.
Oh, I love that. Love that.
I like that. That's cool.
Thank you, guys.
Cool.
See you next Wednesday.
See you next Wednesday, guys. Thank you.
Bye.